Life is full of challenges. And sometimes it can feel like you're facing them alone. Whether it's dealing with addiction, struggling to achieve your goals, or simply feeling lost and alone, we all need a little bit of guidance and inspiration from time to time. If that's you, If Walls Could Talk, hosted by Apostle Barbara Patterson, is here for you. Join us on this journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment, and discover the power of the human spirit to overcome any obstacle.
If walls could talk, what would they say? Would you listen to the walls, or would you just walk away? Are you afraid of the things that the walls have heard? Or will you continue to pretend as an innocent bird? Oh yes, the walls have heard your pain inside, while you've had serious thoughts of suicide. If walls could talk, what would they say? I saw that beautiful picture on your Instagram page, but the truth of the matter, you were filled with rage. If walls could talk, what would they say? I saw the hand come down on your face as you sat there wrapped in beautiful lace. You see, I was once behind the wall, but now I'm offering a clarion call. You can no longer live in your past. Baby girl, you were built by the Creator to last. So take your place in this race. Go tell your story and watch God get the glory. If walls could talk. Yes, I am excited. You heard it. If walls could talk. I am so excited to be here. Oh my God, it's been a while since we've been here. And I am excited. First of all, I am celebrating that I did win Miss Senior Jacksonville 2023. And I counted a joy. And what we have to do, because the walls are talking, we as women, and especially women of God, we have to learn to celebrate the woman in us. Some people say, well, you're an apostle. I'm still an apostle. But I am a woman, and I am celebrating the queen that I am. So today, I am excited to have another beautiful queen with me, and I call her a queen. She was just ordained,
yes,
elevated as an elder in the Lord's church.
Yes.
But prior to that, she's a first lady. She was a first lady, and she's still the first lady,
yes,
the only lady. She is the wife of Bishop Thomas Rouse. I got it right. And tell us the name of your church.
Well, the name of our ministry is Maddox Revival Center Ministry.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're excited. Listen, this is what If Walls Could Talk is about. And you see this beautiful woman. You see her. First of all, just introduce yourself.
Well, I am now Elder Lakeisha Rouse of Maddox Revival Center Ministries. Well, we have been in ministry for about 29 years. Mm-hmm. 29 years, a long time. And so I thank God for my recently elevation that took place about 2 weeks ago. And I'm just excited to walk in this new chapter in my life.
All right. So today we're here to talk about the woman.
Yeah.
The total woman. And as I said earlier, so many times we're so busy celebrating others that we forget to celebrate who we are. And I tell people, I say, before I became an apostle, before I became a pastor, at one time I was an evangelist. I was all of that. Before I became that, I was a woman. And so I really believe that God has us on a journey where he wants us to celebrate the total woman.
Yes.
The total woman. And I am so excited to have her here. And I have been knowing Elder Rouse for a while.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, can't nobody praise God like she can. With them high heels, this girl can jump, shout, move, clap. I mean, and y'all know me, I don't do heels. I do them, but I don't do them like they do them. But she reached out to me probably about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she said, I want you to be my mentor. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, mentor? You know, and if walls could talk is about being transparent.
Yes, yes.
And it's about being real. And I said mentor. And so we met and we talked. And today she's celebrating the real woman of God that she is. And it's impossible. This show is a little different. It's impossible to be the individual that God has called you to be when you're holding on to stuff.
Yes.
When you don't know how to let go of stuff. And so I met with her. We laughed. We cried. We laughed. We cried. We prayed. We talked.
Yes.
And today, I can truly say God has done an awesome work in her.
Yes.
Not just in her for herself, but for her marriage and being in ministry.
Yes.
So I need you to just talk about, you know, we're not going to be real transparent because, you know, we just, most of all, I can say she's healed and she's delivered and she's set free.
Yes.
And sometimes we see women of God and we have no idea what they're going through. And a lot of us, we lived in a world where, and I love social media, but sometimes social media can be bad because social media has taught us how to fake it and make it.
Yes.
We were talking earlier about critiquing the pictures. You know, you can make yourself small, skinny, take out anything. But is that the real you?
Right.
And today I am celebrating. I am celebrating this beautiful woman of God. And I want her to just talk about what God has done for her. And hear me well, her husband has released her to tell this story. Because I'm not giving no room to the enemy, all right? This is If Walls Could Talk.
Let's see. You know, as you were saying, woman of God, being in, you know, I look at the two M's, ministry and marriage. And when I look at the dynamic of that, I always wanted to make sure that I always obeyed my husband, but also follow the Lord.
Okay.
And so, you know, getting married at an early age, I always was like, you know, honey, you'll be the one preaching. You'll be the one. I got your back. I'll support you. But then when the Lord tell you, I called you to speak. I called you. Now I'm like, now I'm doubting. Lord, is that really you speaking to me, Lord? Maybe I'm just making this up in my head. It can't be. Because all I've known to do and all I've seen in my life was just being a first lady. That's it. And so when I went to my husband, went to my leader, and I said, the Lord has called me into ministry. So he had elevated me to be an evangelist. I served in that capacity for years.
Okay.
Still being the role of the first lady, being the role now of an evangelist. But now when you have the ministry is blossoming, the ministry is growing, now you got different people coming in with different gifts. So now I'm like, well, maybe I'm really not called. I see other people coming in the ministry who are just powerful. And so, woman of God, I started feeling intimidated. So I was like, no, maybe I wasn't called. Or was I called? And so I started watching others as they went forth in the ministry. And so then I went into a shell. I went into a shell and I was just like, you know, honey, I'm going to support you from the first row. I'm your cheerleader from the first row. And then he was like, well, the Lord's called you. I want you to speak on second Sunday. I was like, okay. But still, I still had emptiness was still inside. And I was going through some things in my life. And everyone knows that my mom had been sick about 10 years. So there were some things I could not share with her that I just held within. And so the Lord, it took years. I tried to connect with different people, woman of God, but that was not the right connection because I was not getting the realness. You know, everybody wanted to talk over it. No, I need to talk about the issues. We
That's
all
right.
have them.
That's right.
We
We
all
have to deal with the
we
issues.
need to get to the root cause
That's right.
of the problem.
Yes, yes.
So how can I be healed if I'm still struggling? I can still
Right.
got some things I'm dealing
Right,
with.
right. Come on now.
And so I began to, to share bits and pieces with individuals, but that didn't go anywhere. And then I was like, I don't want to damage my character. I don't
Right,
want to damage
right.
my name.
Because you got to be so careful
Oh my God.
in who you talk
Oh
to.
yes, God.
And y'all hear me say all the time, reach out to someone.
Yes.
But in reaching out, make sure, do your homework,
Yes.
do your research. Because in being
Oh, my
authentic and in being real about what
Yes.
we're going through, so
Yes.
you have to be transparent.
You have to.
And I don't want my transparency. I don't want what I'm going through to be on social media.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
Keep going.
And that's what I was scared of because I knew that our name stood out on the north side of Jacksonville.
Right.
And so I'm like, I got to protect my husband. I have to protect my ministry, my children, and even myself.
Right.
And so I was like, I'll just hold it in.
Uh-huh.
But it's hard, to hold stuff in when you got to get up and minister the word of God to God's people.
That's right.
And so it took a long time. And so it took up until 2023, after being in ministry, being called an evangelist for some years, that the Lord laid it upon my heart to reach out to you. And as you said before, we have known each other
Yes.
or knew of each other for
Right.
years.
Right.
We
Right.
visit the churches and stuff
Yes,
like that.
yes.
And I was like, Lord, I want to connect with a seasonal mother. That's what I said. I said, Lord, I want to connect with someone that I can share things with, who has been on the battlefield for a long time, that can give me good wisdom. And that's what I needed. And so I found out, in ministry, I thank God for for our flock. But as a first lady, you couldn't share your struggles with your flock.
Right. Right.
And so I was like, oh God, I got to link up with somebody that I can take some things to, that can intercede for me.
Okay, now she's saying this, and I know we got a lot of first lady groups out there.
Yes.
And I might be talking to that elect lady or first lady, I truly believe that God has someone, because being a first lady it can be hard. And
It is
see,
hard.
you play two roles. Because see, all first ladies are don't minister. They're just
Right.
called to cover their husband.
Yes.
But you had to be a first lady and minister the word of God.
Yes.
So and still come home, be wife,
Yes.
be mother, and that can be very challenging.
It is.
And so, and when I met her, the first thing I said to her, I said, I need you to take your place. First, I need you to forgive yourself.
Yep.
Because we all have to forgive. I had to forgive myself.
Yes.
Somebody say, of what? None of your business. If walls could talk.
Right.
That's between us and God.
Yes.
But what am I saying? And I didn't mean that to be rude, but
Right.
God has not led her to share that. We're talking about reaching out, getting the help that
Yes.
you need,
Yes.
so that you can be productive, so that you can be the one. Because when I look at her, how many years of marriage?
29.
29 years of marriage.
Yes.
Okay. And then an awesome mother, an awesome friend.
Yes.
But yet she was dealing with her own struggles.
Yes.
And these are the things that go on behind the wall. So I may be speaking to someone.
Yes.
I may be speaking to that first lady or that woman of God that's saying, you know what? That's me.
Yes.
I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of acting like
Glory to
I
God.
got it together when I don't have it together. Come on, woman of God.
Listen, it just dropped in my spirit. So a few years ago, I had put on a conference, and it was called Take the Mask Off. And that is what's happening in the body of Christ as first ladies. We wear a mask because we wear so many hats. Some first ladies, you probably got to be the Sunday school teacher. You got to take up the offering. You just have to do so much in the ministry if you don't have the people there. Now, if you have the people there, then your role is a little bit different.
Now
I'm in a place where now I have to cover my husband. I have to cover him. I got to make sure that he's taken care of. I'm praying for him. So when you're in a different capacity, you got to have a different mindset.
Come on now.
And so there's a lot of first ladies. Listen to me. You want the help, but you don't know who to go to. You have myself. And you have the woman of God right here. You got to speak to somebody. Because you can't hold that stuff in, what's in you. And everybody think because you have a mentor, it's because you want to share dirty laundry. That's not it.
No, that's not it.
I need a mentor to help me with my spiritual growth and my spiritual life. So whatever I'm dealing with, I may need your help to intercede or to be fasting for me. Then that's what my spiritual mom is for. That is what the mentor is for, to help do that. And so you need to connect with the right person, but you got to pray and ask God, is this the right person to connect to in this season?
You know, this show is so special, and I'm going to be bringing on more first ladies to talk about the different roles. But I do a lot of research. And I do a lot of studying because I said, if I'm going to have, and if walls could talk platform, I got to have my stuff together.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. I got to do my research. I got to talk. I got to hear the pros and the cons. All right. And so in saying that, I've came across a lot of unhappy first ladies. Now, I'm not saying she was unhappy. I'm just saying that there were things in your life that you had to come grips with.
Yes.
You need, because when I saw her, I said, it's already there. You're already doing it. God just needed me to bring it back, to remind her. And sometimes we got to be reminded of who we are. Find somebody that can hear what you're going through without judging you, not taking anything from who she is. And when we left that first day, I said, now, I need you to take your place. I need you to get those women together. I need you to have then next thing I see, she's out there on fire. You know, sometimes we just need somebody to remind us of who we are. And so that's what this is about, celebrating. Celebrating the total woman. Yes, I put my crown on. And people look at me and say, 39 years, I've been a senior pastor. I'm not talking about, and some people call me first lady. I am not a first lady. I am an apostle, you know, and but I am a woman. And I'm celebrating the woman that I am.
Yes, Lord.
I am Miss Senior Jacksonville. And I wear this crown with pride. I wear it because I feel like I earned it.
You did.
I earned this. And you, women of God, you have earned the right to celebrate you. And when I look at Lakeisha, when I look at elect lady elder, Rouse, I see the glory. I don't see the young lady that I saw when I met her 3 or 4 months ago. We talked. I see the glory. And she's coming on here bold. And I admire your boldness to say, look, I had to reach out.
I did. I
had to reach out
because I was drowning. I was in a season where I was drowning. And so, yes, we have our spouse first ladies. Yes. But there were some things I needed another woman to give me some advice on. And so I had to reach out. And when the Lord put somebody specific in your spirit, trust the process.
That's it. Come on,
trust the process.
That's good.
And so when I linked up with the woman of God, we talked, we shared, we prayed, and then we kept in contact. And then it's like, she was like, I want to hear from you. This is not just a one-time thing. And so we've been...
I made her accountable.
She made me be accountable. And so we was following up and I was sharing the different things that I was doing and stuff. And now I just feel like when I was drowning, she lifted me. She helped me. Yes, I got the Lord on my side. And I was like, God, I'm drowning. But I need you to send somebody here on earth to help me here. And he sent this woman of God. We linked up and I don't regret it not one day because I know it was God.
It was God.
I know it was God.
It was God.
Because I was in a bad place, just in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that I done wrong. I was just in a bad place. And when you find somebody that can get you and pray for you in your worst, oh my God, that's who you want in your corner. Because when I'm crying, I'm going to call. And then when I'm happy, I'm going to call. And that just vice versa. And so I thank God that she has imparted so much wisdom into me. And now it has helped me become the elder that I am.
Yes.
It's almost like I need somebody to turn the switch on for me, to activate that faith just a little bit. Like, you got it, girl, but here it is, just a little bit more for you.
And if walls could talk, see, I've been there. There was a time in my life, and I bless God for Apostle Gregory Austin and Pastor Dorothy Austin, because there was a time in my life when I felt like I was drowning. I'm serious.
Yes.
I was going through something and I was ready to give up.
Yes.
I mean, I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, I'm just gonna go get me some beer and drink it, and I'm going
done.
back. But that's what the devil wanted me to do. And they met me where I was at. I'm being transparent. They came to me. And he seen me in a state that he had never saw me. Jesus. But when he looked at me, he saw the woman of God. And you got to find somebody that's not going to look at what you're going through right now, but that can see in your spirit, see who God called you to be. Jesus. And he looked at me and I said, I don't even want to preach anymore. I'm not getting up in that pulpit. He said, yes, you are. And they poured into me. So I'm able to do that. Yes. Because of the, I had authentic people in my life that did the same. Yes. How can I judge you? How can I? Because we all go through things. Yes. And that's why I said, I know God is doing a great thing great things in the women of God. Yes. I know he's raising nothing against the men. We love y'all. Yes. We celebrate y'all. Yes. But God is bringing out the authenticity in women. Yes. And we got to be true and be who God has called us to be. And when I look at her, and sometimes we'll go for weeks when I call, because we do a check. Can I get my can you get it? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Okay. And so when we check on each other, we might not talk we don't talk a long time. How are you? I'm okay. Yep. You sure you're all right? If I'm picking up something, I bring it out. Yep. Okay, yes. I need you to do this here. That's good. And you need people in your life. Yes. And it may not be me. It may be someone else, but find the right person. Find them. Because God, women of God, I need to tell you that we're rising. God is raising us up. And what I have learned, Lady Rouse, and I told her this, I said, I'm celebrating. I will wear my crown and my sash when I get ready, because guess what? I earned this. Yes. I earned this, and I have nothing to prove. No, this conversation is not about proving. No. I'm just letting you know, you've earned your title. You're an elder. You are a wife. Yes. And the thing I say, you need to take your place in that ministry. Yes. And be the woman of God that you have been called to be. And can I just say this, what your husband told you?
Oh, my Lord. So my husband told me he started seeing a shift in me. And he was like, oh, yeah, there it is. There it is right there. And he has always supported me. Right. So, and I'm just grateful that, I have an opportunity to minister to the women of God. Right. And I don't take it lightly at all. But there were just times in my life, I was like, honey, can we get somebody else to speak? He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll sit back. It's just because I started going into my shell. Yeah. I started falling back. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Keisha, it wasn't even a title. It was Keisha. Yeah. Keisha, there is more to you. I have equipped you. I have designed you to be the first lady over Maddox Revival Center. Right. You and your husband, I put y'all together. Let no man put us under. That's it. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to link up with this woman of God, because there were some things that was missing. And she is going to pray for you, and she's going to help you identify the things that was missing. And because of that, weeks later, I was able to come back and tell you, I'm getting ordained elder. But I knew I had to put,
but I'm free.
And I am free. It's like now when I speak woman of God, I have people at my ministry like, oh yeah, you different now. You different. They like, oh no, you preaching apostolic up in here. I was like, I know I get it from my mentor. I get it honestly. But I can just see now that I'm in a different place.
And you know what? My main thing, what I wanted her to do, to celebrate who she was.
Yes.
Because your husband was celebrating it.
Yes.
But you couldn't see it.
I wasn't.
She couldn't see it. She had to. And so many times we have to look within.
Yes.
And deal with what's in us. And some of this stuff may go back to 20, 30 years ago. Something that happened in your childhood. Mm-hmm. Get help. Because all of us are beautiful.
Yes.
And that little poem the Lord gave me, if walls could talk, what would they say? The walls are talking. Yes. And we can put beautiful pictures out there, but is that the real us? Right. At the end of the day, we want to lay down and sleep real good. Yes. We want to celebrate who we are. So today I celebrate you. And in closing, as we get ready to close, Lakeisha, Elder Lakeisha Rouse. Yes. And I like to say Lakeisha because I'm honoring both people. I'm honoring the elder and I'm honoring the queen, the woman that you are. Thank you. Because before you could be that elder, healing had to take place. Healing had to take place. Yep. Because if we are in position and we are not healed, it can be devastating. Yes. It can be devastating not only to us, but it can be devastating to others. Because what I found out is that hurt people. Yes. But it's not too late. Oh, God. Reach out to someone and get the help that you need so that you can celebrate the true woman. The true woman. I told Kenyon, she's over a season affair. I said, God knows I needed this. From day one, God gave me step-by-step instructions, what to say, what my platform was going to be about. He said, I need you to be authentic. And that's what God is doing. Yes. He's raising up authentic women of God, authentic pastors. And your husband can celebrate your authenticity. Oh, yes. Because there are times he needs the first lady. Yes. There are times he needs the elder. Yes. And then there are times if walls could talk, he just need the wife. He just need the wife. Yes, ma'am. If walls could talk. If they could talk. We're going to leave that alone, But I'm just so real. So real because I think it's time. If we're going to deal with the real, we got to be real. And so with that being said, she has a conference coming up. And I want you to tell them a little bit about the conference this weekend. Yes. If you are in the city of Jacksonville, I want you to come out this coming Sunday. We are in Holy Convocation at 7928 Maddox Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida, 32219. The Lord had laid that on my heart. I've been doing them. I do them like every quarter. And so our speaker for this Sunday, which is entitled for the Women's Sunday, will be none other than the owner of, or the CEO of If Walls Can Talk, my mentor. She will be our speaker on that night. Women, if you want to come, all white, even if you don't have all white that night, come. Because there is going to be a word in the house and you don't want to miss it. This is going to be a life-changing experience. I am going to be fasting, praying and everything, getting prepared for Sunday. So come out Sunday at 5:00. Don't meet me there, but beat me there. All right. So you've heard this. I have the privilege of having on my show today, Elder, First Lady, wife, mother, mentor, to many, Lakeisha Rouse, the wife of Bishop Thomas Rouse, And I'm so excited. So if you can join us. Also, I will be in the Miramar, Fort Lauderdale area Thursday and Friday night. I will be releasing a prophetic release. I don't have the information on I am so sorry, I should have had this together. But anyway, I will be, you can go on my Facebook page. You'll see the flyer out there. I will be there along with Pastor Letitia Sweeting on her conference. So I'm excited about what God is doing. And I am Apostle Dr. Barbara Patterson, Hey, and walking in my new season,
Yes.
Miss Senior Jacksonville. I'm no longer bitter and mean. I'm a beauty queen.
I love it.
Hey, I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Thank God for my producer and his beautiful wife.
Yes.
Thank God for Pastor Larry Burton and his authentic, beautiful wife,
Yes.
Teresa Burton. And I send a shout out to my man. My man is a sweet man. Lorenzo Patterson. I love him. God bless you.
Thank you for watching If Walls Could Talk broadcast. We hope that today's episode has inspired and motivated you to take control of your life and pursue your passions with determination and resilience. Remember, no matter what challenges you may be facing, there is always hope. If Walls Could Talk is here to offer you the guidance, support, and inspiration you need to overcome any obstacle and live the life you deserve. Be sure to stay up to date with the latest episodes, and join our community of like-minded individuals who are dedicated to living their best lives. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode of If Walls Could Talk.